Hey guys, Jason here from MMOHuts.com. Today's Topdeck Tutor is going to be a lot of fun. Do you like dumping incredible amounts of damage in 1 to 4 turns and making people as sad as possible? Well, that's what I'm giving you today with my Red Deck Wins variant, Siskel and Ebert. Okay, this is take 3. The first time had audio issues, second 2 times encoding issues, third time's a charm. We're going to be playing Red Deck Wins, Siskel and Ebert. We're here to give them 2 thumbs down, but not with this starting hand, we're not. I like it because I have 2 1-drops, and another 1-drop with Ghitu Lavarunner, and another one with, you know what? Let's try it. I'm feeling good about it. I think we'll pull another land. If they'll ever, give me a chance to start the match. I hate that they go first, though, which makes it doubly risky, but I want to see what happens. And sorry about the phone ringing. Whenever they're ready. Colton, I might ask you to edit this beginning out, because it's taking too damn long. I know opening hands are difficult, but come on. There we go. I want to see how bad it is with... See? There we go. We got a second land. We're in this. They are running... I bet this is pirates. Oh, maybe it's dragons. Wizard's Lightning. Skewer the Critics. Turn 2 down to 12. Oh ho! We're just gonna go right to the attack phase. Wizard's Lightning. Light up the stage. They're already at 7. Next turn, beep boop, dead. Or very close to it. More of this match was in the mulligan phase than the actual gameplay. That's how strong this deck is. Though they probably have a counter spell on hand. So I want to pull the shock first to see what happens. Oh no! Skewer the Critics! I would love to get one more land, though. Search for Azcanta. That means they only have 1 blue left. And that puts me in just the right position. Because either he doesn't get through, so I'll just play Spear Spewer instead. This is going on a little longer than I anticipated, but that's okay. My only worry now is that they probably have enough creature removal. However, that's game. This deck is fantastic against control decks simply for the sheer volume of damage you can produce before they get going. Decks that rely on that particular enchantment don't really stand a chance. None of my creatures are worth stealing except for maybe the wall. Okay, let's play some more Magic. I'm feeling good off of that win. I want to see what happens in this game. Wonder what they're building. Okay, we've got 2 lands. We go first. Spear Spewer, Electrostatic Field. This will be a slightly longer game, I think. But I want to see what I can do with 2 lands instead of 1. Next turn we play Electrostatic Field, then Electrostatic Field, then we start bombarding them with any damage we can get. Because that will multiply or add 1 damage to each spell. Oh, I'll save Light Up the Stage for when I have Electrostatic Field. And during their turn, I will use Spear Spewer, maybe. Nah, no sense. That would keep us on even footing. I want to wait until I have a life lead before I start bombarding the field. I wonder if this is an Afterlife deck. And Spear Spewer. Now I want to do it so we can light up the stage. Blip, blop. And a risk factor. Okay, I landed a risk factor. Not that bad. If they take the hit, that will be 6 damage. And I know they don't have counter spells. What do they have? Wonder if this is a vampire deck and they just haven't gotten anything good yet. Just gotta wait and see. Are they gonna exile Spear Spewer because he's tapped? Are they gonna play the Fountain of Life? What are they gonna do? Mortify! At least now I have an answer. And I know what they're kind of sort of running. They gonna let me draw the cards? No! So let's Spear Spewer. And now I can play that from the graveyard. Because if I hadn't cast it, it would have been exiled. Thus lacking a potential 8 damage. So I really had no choice but to use it. Well, 9, 10 damage. Because of Electrostatic Field. Vraska's Contempt. Okay, this must be a control deck. So I'm gonna risk factor. Discard my other risk factor. So I get the damage. And Skewer the Critics for an additional 4 damage. Then I can Lightning Strike. If this stays on the field, I win. Otherwise, it'll take another turn or 2. Yeah, this must be like white-black control. Hey, there we go, Lyra Dawnbringer. If it had been the angel that gives hexproof, I have lost simply because of that angel. But that's not the case today. White-black angels are a fun deck. It can be very, very slow to start. And slow is a liability when you're messing with Siskel and Ebert, giving another team 2 thumbs down. I know I just said that you should use caution with this deck, and that's true and not true. So let's pull up the deck. When you know what you're going against, that's when you decide how the rest of the match is going to go. Like when I dealt with Mono White Life Gain, I knew that if I couldn't slow them down, slow them to an absolute crawl, I can't win. Unfortunately, I could not do that. They had the turn 1 Leonin. They had the turn 2 with the spell buff to keep me from killing the Johnny's Pridemate. I should have let that go through, but they probably would have cast the spell anyways, and I would have taken way more damage. This deck really shines when it could just overwhelm in 2 to 3 turns. That's why a 1-land hand is super risky. It's fun when it pops when you draw the turn 2 land, the turn 3 land. You just dump all of your spells. But you've got so much potential to turn a 3-cast into a one cast with Wizard's Lightning, with the Viashino, Skewer the Critics, with Fanatical Firebrand, or the Pyromancer, or the Spear Spewer. You have so many options in this deck. For a deck that's so simple, it's really got a lot of variety in it. I don't feel like there are any bad or perfect, well, there are perfect hands. There are no bad hands, unless you have no land or one land and no damage. You can take almost anything and turn it into a win, depending solely on what your opponent does. And what your answers to what they could do are. I know that's kind of roundabout, and I'm sorry. But this is the most successful deck I have had in Magic the Gathering Arena since I started playing. And that's kind of upsetting. I love my contrived, complicated control decks. They're way fun. But this is just dump damage and win. That's all there is to it. It's like a 75-25. You either bowl them over, or you start to bowl them over, and they fill the board with creatures. If I were to put something in here that could board wipe, that would help a lot. I was considering putting in some destroy target land stuff like Rubble Reading, or Seismic Shift, or if Star of Extinction weren't a 7-drop, I would put it in here. Tectonic Rift. The only thing that's keeping me from putting these in are the fact that they're 4-drops. I thought about splashing in Crater Maker because it can deal damage to a creature, or could blow up a non-land permanent. But it's got to be colorless though, so not as keen on the Crater Maker. B-Deck might be fun to kill creatures, but again, I would rather just have pure damage. Rubble Reading is the closest I've come to adding something like that in the deck, mostly for Scry. The next would be Seismic Shift, because the addition of 2 creatures can't block, you could get some of your Viashino through. But I think that's going to do it. I'm really happy with this red deck wins variant. There are lots of different versions. Some run the Keld enchantment, or they run the Phoenixes. This is just straight damage. Nothing fancy. No flips. Just fists. And I have something else in store for the next Topdeck Tutor. I hope you'll stay tuned for it. I've been Jason, and I'll see you next time on MMOHuts.